Admiral R. Kumar, Chief of Naval Staff, Vice Admiral Rajnath and the Ocean Sea, Stern, Naval Command, delegates from friendly foreign countries, senior officials from the Ministry of Defense and Indian Navy, friends from media, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me immense pleasure to hear at Visakhapatnam on the opening ceremony of Milan-2024. I take this opportunity to extend a warm welcome to all the participants from friendly countries and convey my gratitude to you for having sailed across the vast seas for this meeting of minds and confluence of cultures described aptly by one word in the Hindi language, Milan. Friends, let me begin by pondering over a very fundamental question. In fact, there are essential one pertaining to the armed forces. Why do armed forces exist? What is their essential purpose? Is it solely to wage wars, or do they actually serve the cause of preservation of peace and tranquility? Initially, one might instinctively answer that they exist primarily for waging wars and battles. And indeed, historically, navies and armies were established and maintained with the primary objective of extending political power through military conquest. But as in all cases of serious probing, we find there is a difference. And perhaps a more illuminating perspective. Our historical experience informs us that armed forces also play a significant role in preserving peace. It is seen in concepts and practices such as deterrence, conflict prevention, peacekeeping, and also in various humanitarian assistance efforts, especially during disasters. Therefore, it is evident that armed forces play a dual role: conduct of war as well as maintenance of peace and good order. Friends, there will be more existential probing by us today. What is peace exactly? Is peace merely the absence of war and conflicts? I think that the absence of wars and conflicts is the most irreducible minimum element of peace. In fact, it will be something which can be called a negative peace. In itself, it is very, very important. However, it is the content of peace as well as the design of peace that matters. Friends, a negative peace can be based on the overwhelming military dominance of a country or even a warlord. This peace often stands for dominance or hegemony, where one power imposes its will upon others. Imperial dominions were often very tranquil. Remember Pax Romana, or more recently Pax Britannica. But such peace not backed by fairness and justice are what physicists and economists call unstable equilibrium. A small disturbance here and association there, and you have a world war starting in your face. Actually, negative peace is the hegemon peace. Then we have another idea of peace, cold peace. If you allow me to use the term, the parties are not killing each other in open, but are doing their best to undermine each other. Cold War is the name given to it, but I think it would be better to refer to as cold peace, as it is peace after all. Balance of power, mutually assured, destruction, etc. come to our mind immediately. Cold peace is merely an interval between direct conflicts. Friends, now we have the third and perhaps the most complete version of peace. Let us call it Parsi peace. Parsi peace that we should collectively aspire in our age of democratic and rules-based world order, where individual countries proactively collaborate with each other for achieving shared peace and prosperity. This concept of peace goes beyond the mere absence of a direct political conflict and encompasses broader notions of security, justice, and cooperation. The Parsi peace is a shared peace of one and all, with the cooperation of one and all. There is no Indian peace or Australian peace or Japanese peace, rather it is a shared global peace. This sentiment has also been eloquently set forth by our Honorable Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi when he said that this is not an era of war, but it is one of dialogue and diplomacy. Friends, if you examine the historical evolution of the role of armed forces, a determined progression emerges, mirroring the transition in the varieties of peace. It reflects a transition from being tools of warfare and conquest only to instruments of dominance of the certain powers, and then evolving into military blocks. Today, armed forces of all like-minded civilized countries have mostly become instruments for promotion of shared peace and prosperity. Hopefully, the future of Parsi peace is upon us. In this evolution of the nature of armed forces, international military societies have emerged as a crucial mechanisms for fostering friendship, understanding, cooperation, and military interoperability among friendly nations within the framework of a democratic world order. Milan-2024 is one such attempt to build the much needed fraternal bonds across the oceans and mountains. Friends, large-scale international military societies are a relatively recent phenomenon. It would have been unimaginable in the past, as recent as 50-60 years ago, for maybe from over 50 nations to convene in one location for purposes other than conflict. This remarkable progress reflects the evolving nature of humanity, which has made the navies of almost 50 nations to assemble here to understand each other, to learn from each other, and more than that, to cooperate with each other. Friends, while still on a very hopeful note, let me remember Mr. Hans Rosling. I think many of you would be aware of Hans Rosling, a Swedish physician and statistician who was known for his optimistic and data-driven views on global development. Among his various narratives about the improving world, Rosling notably underscored the positive trends in global conflict reduction. He often highlighted that despite ongoing conflicts and challenges, the overall trend has been a decline in the number of armed conflicts, particularly interstate conflicts, over the past several decades. Friends, while being optimistic about the shared goodness of our human race, we are also alive to the dangers lurking in shadows. We prefer peace and we do the utmost for its sake, but we not shrink from countering any threat and undermines our collective well-being, piety, and trafficking included. For example, events of the past few months in the Western Indian Ocean have brought to fore some extremely pressing challenges in the maritime domain, ranging from attacks on the merchant shipping to piracy and hijacking attempts. India continues its proactive engagement and has been maintaining a sustained presence in the region to ensure safety and security of all shipping, irrespective of the flag on the ship and the nationality of the crew. It is our steadfast resolve to be the first responder and the preferred security partner in the Indian Ocean region, and for the peace, the stability, and the prosperity of the wider Indo-Pacific. Friends, India will continue to play the role of a Vishwamitra, or a friend of the world, in forging meaningful partnerships that make our planet a truly connected and equitable habitat for the humanity as a whole. As I conclude, I urge you to make the most of this wonderful opportunity to get to know each other as well as our vibrant country, Bharat. May you all learn from each other and, of course, have a good time in the city of destiny, Visakhapatnam. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. May I now request the Chief of the Naval Staff, Admiral R. Hari Kumar,